Welcome back to the King's Art Center. I'm Miss Crystal, and today we're going to be painting a flamingo. It's part of a project brought to us by the Art League and Art Guild. They plan on displaying the flamingos on people's yards, so you guys can pay to have the flamingos displayed on your yard for a day or two. So the materials for this project is going to be one of these plastic flamingos that was primed, and then I painted with black acrylic paint. You're also going to need more colors. Depending on the design you want to do for your flamingo, you do not have to follow my design exactly. This is more about how to draw on an object when it's kind of more awkward and different dimensions. You're going to need paintbrushes. You might need some bigger brushes, smaller, and even really thin. To draw on our flamingo, since I did paint it black, I'm going to be using this watercolor pencil. So I painted everything black on my flamingo except for the beak area that I want to paint white. I didn't find a reason to paint it black if I was going to be painting it white afterwards. So let's start. So for today's flamingo, okay, I don't have to say that part. Painting our flamingo, I do want it to be very bright and colorful. That's just part of my design. I want it to be bright colors and flowers, but you can really do any kind of design on your flamingo. It doesn't have to be black, it doesn't have to be colorful. This is just how I would draw on this object. Yes, flamingos are normally pink. They're normally pink in the wild. So using the shapes that I already see on the body, I'm kind of just choosing which feather shapes I want to have different colors on. So for here, it would be kind of doing every other feather, starting with the bottom and working my way up. So when you are painting this flamingo, you're gonna have to pay attention to how you're holding it so you don't end up smearing or taking off fresh paint. You can also just take your time and do a little bit at a time. So those are going to be the ones I do add color to. Oops. So I kind of want to follow this same pattern on the other side. So I'm starting off from the bottom feather, skipping every other one, and try to mark the same on the other side. So to draw flowers, I'm kind of planning out my petals and the BB sounds. Make sure you get enough beep sounds in your background noise. It helps with the focus, concentration. So everything I draw on one side, I try to mirror it on the other, but again, it doesn't have to be perfect. So as awkward as this looks, it'd be easier for you to hold it when you're not trying to show it off in a camera. So I am using kind of like the shape that my flamingo has as a way to kind of create the design. So right now I'm using the head or the crown of the bird and kind of using petals to frame that. I also want to have or create feathers, or at least highlight feathers that come from the crown and just kind of go down the neck. Or here I'll use paint to kind of highlight the bird's eye. So it's trial and error. Some things might not work out and you might want to change. I might end up changing a lot of my design, but that's part of working on an object and art, just having the liberty to make changes. So I also want to decorate the neck. I don't want it to be a huge empty area. So in any of the larger areas, I am trying to draw a bigger flower. So now with painting, it's really up to you where you want to place any of your colors. So if you don't stay inside your line, it's okay, we can always clean it up. Depending on the paint you're using, you might have to add multiple layers or coats to your painting. And just kind of take your time, go slow. So I'm gonna have to give mine at least another coat after that dries. You don't always have to paint things solid, you can also add textures. If you feel like you messed up, you can always just paint it black again. So once you are done mostly painting all of your designs on your flamingo, you could also come back and try to clean up any lines or areas. So you could let your flamingo dry all the way. I'm just gonna be careful on the areas I've recently painted, and to clean up any areas I might have overpainted or just clean up the shapes, I'm just coming in with my black. So whatever color you guys used as your background color, you come in and just clean up your shapes. So that's it for painting a flamingo today. If you guys do see our flock of flamingos, we would like to see where you found them, and you guys can take a picture and tag us at the King's Art Center. We would love to see your pictures, and we would love to see pictures of our flocks. Visit our website for more information about what we do here at the King's Art Center, and I hope I get to see you guys again soon. Bye.